Hello guys, welcome to Africa Gossip Arena. So guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about the trendy rumor in Nigeria right now as it is hot concerning the adoption of Barrister Dele Farotimi, the human rights activist who was actually adopted at his office on the 3rd of December 2024 at Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria have been found. Although he was actually arrested for defaming Barrister AfE Babalola, the founder of AfE Babalola University of Ado-Ekiti. And the arrest of Barrister Dele Farotimi have caused a lot of speculations right now in Nigeria, in which a lot of people have also come out to speak about the way he was actually arrested at his office, due to the point that the way Barrister Dele Farotimi was actually arrested looked like adoption. And this has caused a lot of Nigeria youth now to start organizing a massive protest for the release of Barrister Dele Farotimi on 10th of December 2024. And although the way Barrister Dele Farotimi was whisked away from his office was highly suspicious, and all hands were actually pointing at Mr. Tony Elumelu, the founder of UBA Bank of Nigeria, that he was the one who actually arrested him. But as God may has it, it was not actually Mr. Tony Elumelu that arrested Barrister Dele Farotimi, neither it was Barrister AfE Babalola, the founder of AfE Babalola University in Ado-Ekiti, that actually arrested Barrister Dele Farotimi. And although he was arraigned in court on 4th of December 2024 at the Chief Magistrate Court in Ekiti State, following a defamation of character charges leveled against him by Barrister AfE Babalola. And although guys, he pleaded not guilty to the charges leveled against him, but the judge actually denied him bail, in which he was later remanded at the Ado-Ekiti Correctional Center in Ekiti State till the second hearing of the case on 10th of December 2024. And this particular issue that is happening right now between Barrister Dele Farotimi and Barrister AfE Babalola is not actually a case of anything, but I will call this the highest level of wickedness and oppressor in our society. Anyway, this is what the angry Nigeria youth are actually saying right now regarding the arrest of Barrister Dele Farotimi. So feel free to drop your opinion on the comment section, and don't forget guys, if this is your first time of seeing this channel, please kindly do well to like, share, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun, Chief AfE Babalola, the founder of AfE Babalola University, Abuad, Ado-Ekiti, released Mr. Dele Farotimi from prison. Dele Farotimi is not your problem. Dele Farotimi is not Nigeria's problem. What you are doing is only a confirmation of what Dele Farotimi wrote in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. You are only confirming saying Nigeria justice system is a criminal system. That is why today Nigeria as a country exists, so that other countries can learn how not to govern their countries. This country is almost not a real place. It is like a simulation. But you see, on this case of Mr. Dele Farotimi, nothing must happen to him. He must be released. And that book they prevent for people not to know will become even more popular. But my question today is to Nigerians. Two lessons we must learn from the case of Mr. Dele Farotimi. As all of us don't see him, how police from Ekiti State drive all the way to Lagos State, come abduct a person based on petition where they write, breaking the protocols of interstate arrest. According to the lawyers for the office, they beat some of them, seize their phones, carry them, go back to Ekiti. And today, as people don't they shout, they don't hurriedly carry them go court, and magistrate don't sentence them to prison. So Nigeria, number one, we must ask ourselves the question, for how long we want to continue under this oppression and tyranny and the violation of our fundamental human rights? For how long we want to continue and we go tolerate them? Because we must ask ourselves the question, what if not be Dele Farotimi? What if not be person wey get surname wey people know? In case na you or me wey be say nobody sabi us, my papa don die, if they carry me tomorrow, now my mama wey be widow go there, they cry and cry. Everybody for Nigeria, they fear to talk. Nobody won't die, nobody won't die. You go say, you where they talk, they go say they should protect this person. But we don't know, say, if all of us as Nigerians, if 100,000 Nigerians alone come out every day, they demand for good governance and to talk about waiting no good. How many of us governments won't arrest? Where the prison will go contain all of us? But we know one die, we know one perish. We don't know, say, for this quiet, where they quiet, now that one night we they die more, because all die and die. How many people for Nigeria today where police don't come out from one place, go another place, go carry them where nobody sabi? Or even within yonder, some people as they travel from Lagos to Asaba Benin Express Road, they go stop motor, they go bring passenger down, they go say make others, they go make this one stay behind. How many where we not hear their story again? For this country, Nigeria, we go decide what thing we want to do. Because on a normal day by now, Nigerian you supposed to gather, make we go AfE Babalola office. Make we go ask him to tell him no say a defamation which is a civil matter. This Nigeria does not belong to only the rich. All of us must gather to the live for here. Number two, we must decide what thing we want to do with Nigerian judiciary. Because the destruction of the lives of Nigerians is not only happening by law enforcement officials, it is happening with the collaboration with Nigerian judiciary. In fact, Nigeria as it is today does not even have a judicial arm of government, because the judiciary is an independent arm of a democratic government. What in Nigeria gets today is the legal arm of any government in power. Any political party where they power, Nigerian judiciary go turn to their legal arm. If not, imagine a situation. Mr. Dele Farotimi is a lawyer. The petition where they write against him was written by another senior lawyer, 95-year-old Chief AfE Babalola, the founder of ABWAD, who is a respected and senior lawyer in the legal community. A lawyer put the MBA seal, Nigerian Bar Association seal on the petition. They carry and go court, and today another lawyer, a magistrate, denied Dele Farotimi bail on a petition and against allegations that are bailable. If INEC do their wuru from election, it go end up for court, Supreme Court and a tribunal, they go put their seal on top of them. All of us go sit down, they look as law enforcement go cooperate with judiciary to destroy the entire country with the active participation of those in government. Because this one where they talk about books, so for where it is the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob where they talk about. So the real thing will make that they push Dele Farotimi, so they never talk him. They never talk him. Because anybody will talk about criticize government or demand for good government for Nigeria is an enemy of government. They go begin to target you. Meanwhile, criminals where they know they around, they work freely. All of us go decide to talk which one we want to live, whether as free citizens or we want to live as hostages in our own country. Now, Nigerians, we they deceive ourselves, say the judiciary is the last hope of the common man. Nigerian judiciary is the last hope of the uncommon man. The more uncommon you are, the more likely you are going to prevail in Nigerian judiciary. We must put an end to that level of rascality. We must unbundle this criminal system we call a government. Nigerians must come together and say enough of this oppression. If not, tomorrow, today na Mr. Dele Farotimi, tomorrow it go fit be me, tomorrow it fit be any other person. Some they don't even carry where nobody know. But you see this country, Nigeria, we not die here, we live here. Planning to harm me is a waste of plan. Because it is not a crime to demand for good governance. And as long as God lives, this country must work in our lifetime. Release Mr. Dele Farotimi. Nigerians, when we are ready, we will come together and liberate ourselves from the hands of our oppressors. But until then, we can continue to make excuses for them.
There was denied bail and is now kept in prison custody.
So he's appeared before a judge?
Yes, for bail and was denied bail. It was unfortunate.
Right. First of all, because you're a lawyer and a lot of people are not lawyers, would you be so kind as to define libel and defamation briefly for us and how that is covered in the body of Nigerian laws? Because I understand that it comes under section 373 of the Criminal Code.
As a matter of fact, libel and slander come under defamation. And defamation is a civil wrong.
Not a criminal
Not
wrong.
a criminal.
Right.
We have civil wrong and a criminal offense. And also have criminal law and civil law. So libel, slander, are under defamation and are all under the civil law. So you can't be trying somebody for a criminal offense for committing or for having done, presumed to have done a civil wrong. There cannot be offense without a law.
Yeah, but in certain circumstances, libel and defamation can become a criminal offense, can't it? In certain circumstances. And if so, what are those circumstances?
Only when the publication is causing unrest.
Right.
People can cause riots based on that defamation, that publication.
Right.
In this instance, there's no arrest.
Right.
No demonstration. Nothing that can warrant the arrest of such thing. Besides, Lagos law, where Dele Farotimi resides, practice,
right,
did a publication and was arrested, did not criminalize libel.
So just to be clear, because we need our audience to understand this, the criminality or otherwise of defamation varies depending on where you are in Nigeria, which state you're in. So different states have their own with regard to that.
Yes, yes.
Right.
But because some states, Nigeria police and other people try to clamp down on everything, libel. So Lagos, being so smart, make it clear by the 2011 amendment that defamation, whatever names you call, is not a criminal offense.
And of course, the police that arrested him came from Ekiti State. What is the law of defamation there?
In the Ekiti State, the law there permits such. But do they have jurisdiction to go to another state,
right,
and perform the act? My worry is this. They came to Lagos State. The police in Lagos State allowed them to arrest somebody in Lagos State, even when it's an offense.
Yeah, but were the police in Lagos State aware that they came?
There's no way police will come to a different state to perform an arrest without, first of all, going to the headquarters of the police in that place and tell them why they're here.
Right.
And so their act baffles me. But look at the irony there. Police came to Lagos State, arrested this great man, so to say, because of police understanding. This person arrested went to court, said, look at the law. I've not committed no offense. If the police can understand police, how come the court was able to understand the lawyer?
That's a good point.
Following the law and seeing the law and said, no, you don't have jurisdiction to do this. But in any case, let me tell you, it is really surprising that we kept expanding the jurisdiction of police on our own. The person who wrote petition to police is a senior lawyer. He knows police don't have jurisdiction. But he wrote that petition and gave to them. Thus expanding their jurisdiction. Give the power to do what they ought not to have done. And that's so unfortunate. There was denied bail and is now kept in prison custody.
So he's appeared before a judge?
Yes, for bail and was denied bail. It was unfortunate.
Right. First of all, because you're a lawyer and a lot of people are not lawyers, would you be so kind as to define libel and defamation briefly for us and how that is covered in the body of Nigerian laws? Because I understand that it comes under section 373 of the Criminal Code.
As a matter of fact, libel and slander come under defamation. And defamation is a civil wrong.
Not a criminal
Not
wrong.
a criminal.
Right.
We have civil wrong and a criminal offense. And also have criminal law and civil law. So libel, slander are under defamation and are all under the civil law. So you can't be trying somebody for a criminal offense for committing or for having done, presumed to have done a civil wrong. They cannot be offense without a law.
Yeah, but in certain circumstances, libel and defamation can become a criminal offense, can't it? In certain circumstances. And if so, what are those circumstances?
Only when the publication is causing unrest.
Right.
People can cause riot based on that defamation, that publication.
Right.
In this instance, there's no arrest.
Right.
No demonstration. Nothing that can warrant the arrest of such thing. Besides, Lagos law, where Dele Farotimi resides, practice,
right,
did a publication and was arrested, did not realize libel.
So just to be clear, because we need our audience to understand this, the criminality or otherwise of defamation varies depending on where you are in Nigeria, which state you're in. So different states have their own with regard to that.
Yes.
It came to my knowledge that there is a charge that had been fraudulently preferred against me before a court in Ekiti State at the instance of Chief AfE Babalola. This charge had been fraudulently preferred, hidden from view, and the court had purportedly demanded my presence multiple times, and I had failed to appear before this court. And this court had then proceeded to issue a bench warrant for my arrest. This is classic AfE Babalola. I detailed his corruptive influence in my book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. And what he has done is exactly what he has always done in hiding, but he has done it this time again. And the calculations were that I would have been picked up, taken before this judge who must have either been compromised or misled in Ekiti. And I would have been remanded in prison custody for being somebody who was meant to face trial and who had refused to bring himself to court. I am reliably informed that social media influencers had been paid to spin these narratives after my arrest. Human rights activists have been positioned to start speaking after my arrest, including one Adaya. High offices in this country have been compromised in pursuit of my persons. High offices, from the Inspector General's office, because the police have been subverted. The Attorney General of the Federation needs to examine himself because his office has been somehow linked to this as well. I do not know if the presidency is directly involved in this, and I will not make frivolous charges. But high offices have been subverted in pursuit of a criminal purpose. I have committed no crime, done nothing wrong. If I have committed any wrong for which the state requires my attendance in a court or at a police station, they know exactly where I live. I will live only once, but I will not live cowering to any man. Let us be clear. If and when I have a charge to answer before a court, you all know where I live. I'm not hiding, and I'm not running away from anybody. Let us be very clear about that. I will never run away from Nigeria. We all have to pretend that we are in a democracy, and we have to pretend that we are citizens, and we have to pretend that we are a country ruled by law. And by all means, you will pretend that we are. I have done nothing. And if I have a charge that should be preferred against me, bring it on. I'm happy to come to court to have my day. If there is a crime, there must be justice, not only for the person who is aggrieved. There must be justice for the accused. And there must also be justice for the system. This is not how to build a rule-based system, where the system itself becomes so criminal.
Now, Dele Farotimi has been arrested by the Nigeria Police Force. And if what I hear is something to go by, that is even a top lawyer in the country is behind the use of police to harass another lawyer, then that simply means totally that we have all given up on the judiciary. Because the last time I checked, we all know that Nigeria Police Force should not be used by individuals to harass another individual. If you feel defamed, especially as a senior lawyer who knows what the law is, you approach the court sue the individual. But the abuse of the Nigeria police force, and the Nigeria police force as an institution too, is willing to avail itself, is now, do you know the slang on the street? The slang on the street by Monimis Road boys is, before I spend 2 million naira, I will lock you up. It simply means it is not about whether you are wrong or not. No, it's not about offense. It is not about I get money, I will lock you up. And Nigeria police force is not even pretending at all that this is not true. I know that every dispensation, not only the Nigeria police force, whether in the army, the force, any agency of government at all, anytime there's a new headship, there's something the new head always tries to introduce, like a reform during his own time. From the way people talked about IGP Egbetokun, I thought maybe he was going to introduce some reforms too. We are still waiting for the time any IG will come and say, henceforth, it is no longer going to be our practice that an individual will just use police to punish another individual. If you have any issue with another individual and it is a civil matter, please approach the court. Let's start making the court useful again, a place where people want to go to. But when lawyers are avoiding courts, it already tells you it just goes to show that the people in the judiciary themselves, they don't trust what they are going out every day wearing suit and tie to go and do. So this ultimately discredits the judiciary, the court system. For me, I believe that if you are approaching the police instead of the court, it means you know that your case has no merit in court, and the only thing you want to do is to teach the person a lesson that you can spend money, and Nigeria police is a willing tool for such things. We are all responsible one way or the other for all these things, and it is not going to end anytime soon, for as long as we continue to patronize the Nigeria policemen to do this bidding. So let's face our real issues. It is wrong to use police officers to oppress a fellow citizen simply because you can spend money. And you know that our Nigeria policemen are very feeble, they are weak, they are vulnerable, they are susceptible, they are easy to toss around when you have money, So these are some of the reforms we really need in the Nigeria police force. Nigeria police force has no business meddling in affairs of one person, defame the other person, as far as it does not lead to physical violence or other kinds of crime. This cyber crime law, and also when the Falanos had issue with VDM and they felt defamed, they went to court. They didn't say, oh, because we have long way coming, we can call on the IG to do this. No, they didn't know that, and I'm sure even VDM himself appreciates that. I'm citing the Falana and VDM's case because it's a popular case recently, so it's a good reference to cite. Therefore, there's nothing wrong in approaching the court, but there's everything wrong in using police instead of approaching court, and that's exactly the point we are making. Faro will be out and will be stronger again, I know that one for sure.
So guys, thanks for watching this video to the end, and don't forget to drop your opinion in the comment section. What you actually think about our judiciary and the arrest of Barrister Dele Farotimi. Drop your opinion in the comment section, and bye for now. See you in my next video.